Thanks for joining me for our May forecast challenge. This is day 4. It's May 4th. And our weather, which has been absolutely amazing over the last couple days, is going to take not a horrible turn for the worse, but it's definitely not going to be quite as nice. As you can see, for today, we didn't have any rain. I did have a sprinkle or two at my house, but nothing, just a trace, nothing that even added up to 1/100 of an inch of rain. High temperature, I got to 66. Again, that's on my thermometer, probably more realistically 61, 62 degrees in the village here in South Londonderry. Since there was sun in the morning. That was this morning. That probably happened certainly before 11 o'clock this morning, probably more like 10 o'clock this morning. And temperatures have been falling since then. I was currently about 50 when I walked over this afternoon to do the forecast. Low temperature yesterday morning was 39 degrees. With a clear night last night, we did cool off quite a bit, especially given that our high was in the low 70s yesterday. Weather pictures of the day. I got one. Actually, this is from yesterday. It came in right as I was getting ready to go forecast-wise, so I didn't get it on the web. But I wanted to put it up because it does tell the story of this morning. That's from Craig Arnold, and I thank you him for that picture. And then you can see this picture. This is in South Londonderry. I took it this afternoon of the clouds building in. All in all, not a terrible day today. However, certainly cool or getting cooler. It got a little breezy as the front moved through, and unfortunately our really nice almost summer weather for the time being is going to not quite be around. Hopefully we're still going to be sort of spring-like though. So if we look at the big picture of the U.S., let me get out of the way so we can really take a look here. Sorry about some of the shadow effects. I've been trying to work on the lighting so that on my screen here so that it shows up better. I guess if I hold my hand in the right spot it works. Anyways, we have a low pressure system that came through that didn't really come through at the front, and the low pressure actually mostly went to the north of us and then kind of is sort of developing off the coast. It's dragging in cooler air. You can see there's plenty of chilly air up here in eastern Canada. These are basically afternoon highs just about in the 20s and 30s. Even for eastern Canada in May, that's pretty chilly. Even some teens up here way up in northern Canada. Again, it's always cold up there, but that's a little over the top. We got this big high pressure system which is slowly pushing this cooler air down towards us. One thing it is going to do, we're going to look, there's definitely a pretty significant storm system building in the central part of the country. That's actually going to head out to sea south of us and kind of develop, and not going to turn the corner until it's actually out to sea. During the winter, we'd call that a fish storm, meaning that only the fish got snow. For now, that means that only the fish get rain, because it's May now. But it also still means, though, that that's going to kind of reinforce the cold air. Unfortunately, the cold air, so there's this big ridge over western Canada. And this front is going to kind of drag down more of this air kind of straight, and this high pressure straight from eastern Canada, where this trough is set up and has been set up, and we keep tapping pieces of this cold air here. And unfortunately, we are going to continue to do that. A piece of energy from this front here is also going to reinforce that later in the week. I've mentioned a few times over the last few days we are kind of in zonal flow. Here was the radar. This is as of about an hour and a half ago. You can see here on the east side, or kind of on the east side of the Green Mountains for the most part, where I am, we are not seeing any. We're even seeing a few breaks of sun. We haven't really seen any rain. If you're to the west, if you're in Manchester, or if you're down in Bennington, you're in Arlington, or north into Dorset, anything like that, you've been seeing off and on rain showers all afternoon. Basically, the mountains here are squeezing out that moisture. The Green Mountains are, and so we're getting. You don't get this too often. Especially this time of year. More during the winter, we see this with upslope snow. You could kind of call these upslope rain showers. So those will kind of continue. They will diminish as the moist flow eventually kind of stops. So I would think by tomorrow morning you will also have kind of cleared out, even if you're to the west of the Green Mountains. Okay. Wanted to take a quick look at the upper level pattern here. This is kind of where the energy is. I've shown this map in the past on storm points, but you see we've got this trough in the east which has quite a bit of energy with it that's kind of dragging down this cold air from eastern Canada. This piece of energy here over right now kind of over eastern Canada, which is basically forming our storm over the central part of the country, this is also going to drag. It's going to kind of tap some of this cold air here and drag it down in. And then this storm out here is sort of going to do the same. It's going to ride up over the ridge and then come down and tap the moisture again. We're in this kind of rinse repeat pattern. which again, if this was it's still a quite strange May pattern. We would normally see a pattern more like this in the middle of the winter, and if we were, we'd be in a very snowy pattern right now. Thankfully, it's May. Well, that would be good in the middle of the winter. Thankfully, because it's May, it's not snow, but there is going to be several chances of kind of cold rain. Although most of the precipitation looks to stay mostly offshore, it looks like. So here's the week ahead. Tomorrow, again, cool start, mostly sunny, breezy temps are hot. Breezy temps in. I missed that. I didn't put the number in there. Basically, I'd say around 50 probably tomorrow. Morning lows in the lower 30s. Frost is pretty likely tomorrow morning. I mean, I know a lot of people don't have stuff outside yet that frost is going to bother. We may even get a freeze in a couple of spots. So, if you have put any flowers outside or anything like that that's a little more tender, if you've been over the last couple of days hoping to give them some sun, you should definitely bring those in tonight. There's also frost possible tomorrow night into Wednesday. Tomorrow and Wednesday are both pretty similar days, a little bit warmer on Wednesday, with a few increasing clouds in the afternoon, mostly sunny the next couple of days. Thursday through Monday do not look great. We are really in the midst of, it looks like a pretty good sized chunk of the trough is going to get dragged to the east and really drag in the cold air. And we are going to see a couple of chances for showers. We're going to see mostly cloudy on Thursday. There's a chance we could get a little bit of light rain. Saturday, there's a coastal storm. The models are some of them have it out to sea. Some of them have it close enough to the coast to give us rain. That's definitely too early to tell on that. And then Sunday and Monday, we're kind of in the wake of a significant low pressure system that will have either developed where we get a little bit of the effect or developed out to sea. But either way, we'll get the cool mix of sun and clouds with highs only in the mid to upper 40s probably even next Sunday and Monday, which is real chilly for this time of year. The storm on Saturday bears a little bit of watching if it does come close to the coast. There's one model particularly that wants to keep it close to the coast that could give us some significant mostly rain, maybe high elevation snow even in a couple spots. Probably mostly rain, but I hesitate to be too confident of that, and it could be windy and cold rain. It would be kind of Saturday looks like it could be a kind of miserable day, or the storm could go more out to sea and it would still not be a great day, but be better than that. We could see even some sun if it goes far enough out to sea. Okay, so that's what's going on for the next week. Hope you're enjoying these daily forecasts. We'll be back again tomorrow evening with another forecast. And remember, this May challenge is to raise money for the Neighbors Pantry. So I started a Patreon page. I'll put that up at the end credits. And let me throw it up now. You can support me as a patron, and you can do it for just this month. Certainly, you can do it beyond this month if you want. But if you do it for anything I raise for my patrons this month will go towards the Neighbors Pantry. And if you continue supporting me after that, it will go towards kind of helping me improve some of my equipment here and also helping me create a few more of these forecasts going forward. Thanks for supporting me over the years, and I hope you're having fun with these May forecasts. I am, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.